This is a video about the arrival of the Army of the Potomac, which has finally happened. As I said before, what you do is you roll on this table, and I rolled a 7, and it's currently the 28th, so I've got a result of C10. Now, the 10 is the number of Confederate victory points that are deducted. Obviously, the longer it takes the Army of the Potomac to arrive, the more likely the Confederates are to rack up, well, the more likely they are to win, basically. So because the Confederates only had 6 victory points, we've now got a Union victory point score of 4. Now if we look at the arrival result for C, first increment of the Potomac Army arrives at the current AP phase, second on the current +1, and third on the current +2. Now they can only be deployed on certain hexes, which is S21 34 south to S35 34 south. They all arrive without any fatigue. They arrive organised and not exhausted. You can stack them up to 1 leader and 3 military units per hex. You can't place them in a hex occupied by a Confederate unit, but you can place them into Confederate zones of control. You also don't have to place them all on the turn of arrival. You can delay them. Conceivably there could be scenarios where you'd want to do that. I've just had a quick look at that, and there is a reason you want to do that. If you delay, you can deploy much further to the east. So it depends where the Confederates were. The Confederates were over here in Carroll, Baltimore, Howard, which is a very high victory point area. You'd probably want to deploy nearer to them. It might be conceivably better to actually delay the arrival of units. Apparently, if you delay any units, you've got to delay the whole increment. You can't just say, oh, some are going to appear in the regular areas on this turn, and a few more from the same increment are going to appear further to east. It just doesn't work like that. Mainly it's because it simulates the fact that the army were trying to stick together. They don't want to be strewn all over the map. Take note, the Confederacy, who are strewn all over the map. There are other rules around this depending on what sort of result you got. The special bonus deployments and things, you'd have to read the section in the advanced rules. I'm not going through all that. It's not really applicable. Okay, we've just triggered the Stuart arrival. The Confederate rolled 1 dice, as he's supposed to do, and he scored a 5, which is cunningly over here. Now 5, you cross-reference on the Stuart arrival table. It's -1 because it's June the 28th, which gives a score of 4, and 4 or more means Stuart arrives. So the Stuart force consists of his leader and 3 cavalry brigades. Sorry for all the moving around here. Right, there's a set of restrictions on where he can be placed. I won't go into that at the moment. They're all stacked together. Obviously you can't go into a Union occupied hex, though you could go into one that's in the Union zone of control. They arrive unfatigued, or organised and not exhausted. There are other things you can do. You don't have to bring them on. You can delay the entry and a few other things, but I'm not going through all that.